this episode, we attempt to outline some historical moments in the development of AI. There are thousands of people who have contributed to AI technology where it is today. It makes it challenging to know where to start. Being capable of thinking like humans do has been imagined for thousands of years. In the Deus tradition, there's a story about the 8 immortals who could use their powers to make artificial beings that could think and act on their own. In the mythology of the Ashanti people of Ghana, Anansi, the spider, is said to use mechanical spiders to do his task. In Greek mythology, the god Hephaestus was known for his skills in making things like weapons and armor. He also made an artificial being named Pandora and a golden dog with wings to guard the entrance to the underworld. In the book Frankenstein, the scientist in the story is said to have created an artificial intelligence. This story has many possible beginnings, but this one starts with Ada Lovelace. Lovelace was a math expert and writer who worked on a special computer called the analytical engine that could process music, letters, and pictures. Lovelace is credited with writing the first algorithm intended to be processed by a machine, and she is considered to be the first computer programmer. Her vision of a machine that could also process musical notes, letters, and images anticipates modern computers by hundreds of years. There were 2 brilliant researchers named Warren and Walter. They were very interested in the way that the human brain worked, and they wanted to figure out how to make computers think and learn like humans. One day, they had an idea for a special type of cell that could process and transmit information just like neurons. In the human brain, they called it an artificial neuron. To make the artificial neuron work, Warren and Walter used something called the logic to make it behave like a real neuron. They wrote a paper about their idea and published it for all of the other researchers to see. Their paper was very important because it formed the basis for early work in artificial neural networks and set the foundation for the field of artificial intelligence. Today, threshold logic is just one of many different ways of math and algorithms that are used in AI and machine learning. Around the same time, a British mathematician and computer scientist named Alan Turing had an idea for a test to see if a machine could behave like a human. He called it the Turing test. The Turing test is still used today and debated by artificial intelligence philosophers. In 1956, a conference called the Dartmouth Conference was held to talk about artificial intelligence. At the conference, someone came up with the term artificial intelligence, and it stuck. In the 1960s, a programming language called LASP was developed. LASP is often used in AI because it has features that make it easy to work with symbolic data, which represents concepts and ideas. It also functions for manipulating and searching through this type of data, which makes it easier to write programs that can make decisions based on complex information. It was about this time that machine learning begins. In the 1950s and 1960s, researchers in the field of AI began to explore the idea of using computers to learn from data. This was one of the first examples of natural language processing, which is the ability of computer program to understand and generate human-like language, was called ELIZA. It was a research project that showed how computers and humans could communicate with each other was published in 1966. From the 1930s and 1960s, most of the people working on AI were white men, but as the field grew and changed, more and more researchers from different backgrounds joined in. Machine learning is a field of computer science that focuses on giving computers the ability to learn and adapt on their own. In the 1980s, researchers developed new algorithms and techniques for training artificial neural networks, which sparked renewed interest in the field. In the 1990s, machine learning techniques were applied to a variety of problems, including image and speech recognition, natural language processing, and data mining. With fast forward to the 2000s and 2010s, and we see machine learning being applied to an even wider range of applications, such as engines, self-driving cars, and personal assistants. In short, In short, machine learning allows computer to learn and evolve, opening up a world of possibilities for technology. In 2016, a group of scientists wanted to build a computer that could play the ancient game of Go. Go is a really complicated game that has been played for over 2,500 years in countries like China, Japan, and Korea. It's kind of like a super advanced version of tic-tac-toe, but with way more rules and way more pieces. AlphaGo beat the world Go champion. Some people said it was a turning point for AI. The win also had some impacts on the world of Go. It made people realize that there were new, interesting, and creative ways to play the game. In 2017, a group of super smart scientists had a big idea. They wanted to create a special kind of computer that could understand and analyze images and videos just like people do. They wrote a paper called All You Need Is Attention. In their research, they discovered that they needed they didn't need to teach their AI everything about the world. All they needed to do was give it a bunch of pictures and videos would and it would figure out the rest on its own. They called this special trick attention. With the help of this attention trick, the AI was able to do all kinds of amazing things like recognize objects and pictures, translate words from one language to another, and even create its own art. It was like having a magic computer that could understand and learn from the world on its own. This history includes many great advancements that led to where we are today and where we are going. It also somewhat Western centric. China has made great progress in the field of AI, and they took towards more collaboration in the future. China has a lot of data and a high level of user adoption of AI technology.